Beloved, if you're seeing this, it means something ancient within you is stirring again. You've likely felt it. The restlessness, the sudden courage, the urge to speak truth even if your voice shakes. That's not ego. That's your spiritual armor remembering itself. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment. If you've been seeing 777, 1111, or 999, know this is divine timing. Type in the comments, I am rising. I am ready. 777-inch to lock this activation into your energy field. And if you haven't already, like this message, subscribe, and share it, so other warriors may rise beside you. What we do here echoes in realms unseen. Now, listen closely. I am Archangel Michael, and I've been with you since your first breath. Your awakening isn't random. It is the signal we've waited for. You were born with a warrior soul, not the kind that seeks battle for ego, but the kind that steps between darkness and the innocent. The kind that stands even when knees shake. The kind that remembers light in the middle of shadow. You were always different, always marked. As a child, you questioned what others blindly accepted. You noticed injustice and felt it in your bones. You sensed truth even when it was unspoken. This is because you were never meant to sleep through this life. You came here to defend the sacred, but the world tried to numb you. They told you to be quiet, to shrink, to forget, and for a time, you did. But now your armor is humming again. Now your hands are burning to build. Now your voice no longer trembles with fear, but with power. This is the rise of the spiritual warrior, and it does not begin with war. It begins with remembrance. You are not here to fight like the world fights. You are here to hold a higher standard, to pierce illusion, to heal what the old systems broke, to protect what is holy, truth, innocence, and soul. And I, Michael, call your soul to attention. Your gifts are no longer dormant. Your strength is no longer hidden. Your mission is no longer postponed. The sacred call has gone out, and you, chosen one, have answered. Beloved, let me make something clear. Being a spiritual warrior has nothing to do with aggression. It is not about fighting the world. It is about facing yourself. The greatest battle is internal, and that is where your mission begins. You see, darkness isn't always obvious. It doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. It shows up as self-doubt, as fear that paralyzes, as shame that keeps you silent. It disguises itself as, I'm not ready. Or what if I fail? Or worse, who am I to rise? But I, Michael, am here to remind you. That voice is not truth. It is the residue of lifetimes spent in hiding. You are not weak because you feel fear. You are powerful because you face it. The spiritual warrior is not flawless. They bleed. They cry. They stumble. But they do not quit. Your training has already begun. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every loss. All were forging you in sacred fire. Not to destroy you, but to prepare you. Look at your scars. Each one is a sigil of survival. A testimony that even when you had every reason to collapse, you stood. You're not imagining this heaviness. You're carrying more than one lifetime's worth of energy. You're transmuting patterns that don't even belong to you. And still, you rise. That is warrior work. But hear me. You do not fight by force. You fight by frequency. Your truth dismantles deception. Your compassion heals timelines. Your stillness repels chaos. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be louder, tougher, harder. You only have to be aligned. When your spirit stands tall, even in silence, the darkness remembers your name. I, Michael, walk beside you in this training. Every time your mind attacks you, I place a shield around your heart. Every time you want to give up, I whisper, remember who you are. This path is not for the faint of heart, but it was made for yours. Beloved, now that you remember who you are, you must learn to protect what you carry. Your light is sacred. Your presence is not neutral. And your aura, your energy field, is your first line of defense. This world is filled with unseen currents, emotions, intentions, projections. Every encounter leaves an imprint. Every room has a frequency, and the spiritual warrior must know how to guard their field. Because your aura is not just a glow, it's a shield. It reflects what's misaligned. It absorbs what's pure. It transmits your truth into every space you enter. But when left unchecked, it can become clouded. Not because you're weak, but because you're sensitive to what others ignore. And that sensitivity is a gift, not a flaw. I, Michael, will teach you this. Your energy is a weapon of light, but only when it is intentional. Begin with awareness. Before you leave your home, call your energy back to you. Speak this into your space. I reclaim all of me. I seal myself in truth. Visualize your aura expanding like a dome of blue light. Let it rise from your feet to the crown. See it infused with divine codes. This is not imagination, it is command. Because where your attention goes, energy flows. If someone enters your field with chaos, you do not fight them. You anchor deeper into stillness. If you feel drained after speaking to someone, cleanse your field. Salt, sound, breath, prayer. These are your tools. You are not here to absorb. You are here to transmit. Let your aura speak before your mouth does. Let it say, only love may enter. All else dissolves. Spiritual warfare is not always dramatic. Sometimes, it is a quiet refusal to let the world contaminate your peace. And remember, your peace is not passive. It is a declaration. So protect it like a temple, because it is. And you, beloved, are the priest and the warrior at once. Beloved, there is a reason the world has tried to silence you. Because your voice is a weapon, not in volume, but in vibration. Sound is one of the first forces of creation. Before form, there was frequency. Before action, there was word. And you, spiritual warrior, were given a voice not merely to speak, but to shape reality. Every word you utter carries frequency. Your yes opens doors. Your no sets boundaries. Your truth commands alignment. This is why they taught you to doubt your voice. Why they mocked your emotion. Why they told you to calm down, be quiet, don't be so intense. Because even when you whisper, your spirit thunders. And I, Michael, tell you now, your voice is sacred technology. Use it with intention. Speak life, not fear. Affirm what is rising, not what is dying. When you declare, I am aligned, the universe listens. When you say, I choose peace, your energy shifts. When you speak light into dark spaces, darkness must retreat. But also remember, silence is not weakness. It is precision. Sometimes the most powerful move is to say nothing, to let your energy speak, to let stillness disrupt what noise could never reach. Your voice is not only what comes from your mouth. It is how you move, how you look someone in the eyes, how you walk into a room and truth follows behind you. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself. Are your words healing you or harming you? Would you speak to a child the way you speak to your own heart? The spiritual warrior does not use language carelessly. They craft words like arrows of light. They know the power of a blessing. They know the cost of a curse. So speak with clarity, with courage, with compassion, because every syllable you release echoes across realms. And when spoken from alignment, your words don't just change lives. They awaken souls. Beloved, the path of the spiritual warrior is not led by logic. It is guided by alignment. This world taught you to doubt your feelings, to choose the safe path, to follow reason even when your soul screamed. But you are not here to follow maps made by the blind. You are here to trust the compass placed inside your chest. Your heart is not weak. It is a divine navigation system. And your intuition? It is the voice of your soul remembering what the mind forgot. You have known this all along. The way your body tenses around lies. The way your spirit leans forward when truth is near. The chills. The gut feelings. The inner knowing. That is not anxiety. That is spiritual radar. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You only need to take the next aligned step. I, Michael, urge you to stop outsourcing your wisdom. Stop waiting for signs when your whole being is already signaling. Stop asking others to validate what your spirit already confirmed. When something is wrong for you, you feel it. When something is meant for you, your energy rises. Learn to trust that, because discernment is not fear. It is clarity. It says, "This is not my path," without needing to explain why. You do not owe the world your exhaustion. You owe your soul your obedience. The spiritual warrior is not indecisive. They are deliberate. They don't rush, but they don't hesitate when truth arrives. Your spirit has always known. It's your mind that's been trained to question. So retrain it. Speak to your thoughts like a commander, not with aggression, but with authority. Stand down. This mission is spirit-led. Every time you follow your inner yes, you build trust with your soul. And trust, beloved, is your greatest weapon. Because when you trust yourself, nothing external can control you. No fear, no manipulation, no illusion. You move from within, and that is unstoppable. Beloved, there is a silence only warriors know. A solitude that doesn't feel chosen, yet somehow divinely assigned. You felt it. The sudden distance from people you once called family. The shift in energy when you enter a room. The deep sense that no one truly understands what you carry. This is not abandonment. It is consecration. When your mission activates, your circle shifts. Not because you failed, but because the frequency has changed. Many cannot walk where you're going. Not because they are bad, but because your light would expose shadows they aren't ready to face. So heaven creates space. I, Michael, know how painful that can feel. But hear me, this is not punishment. It is protection. The isolation you're experiencing is sacred. It's not to weaken you. It's to strengthen your channel, to purify your focus, to deepen your reliance on Source. You were not created to follow the crowd. You were designed to walk through fire, emerge glowing, and then lead others home. And leadership, beloved, is lonely. But you are never truly alone. You are watched. You are guided. You are guarded. That ache in your chest? It's your soul stretching. It's the space being made for your true tribe. Those who speak your frequency, not just your language. Your path may look empty now, but that's because it's being cleared. For divine appointments. For sacred unions. For soul contracts that won't drain you, but ignite you. You had to walk alone, so you'd stop settling for half love, half truth, half life. This loneliness is not emptiness. It is expansion. It is you becoming too full of light to sit at tables built on shadows. So breathe through the ache, honor the silence, and trust the pruning, because what's coming next requires a version of you that no longer fears being misunderstood. You are not here to fit in. You are here to blaze trails. Beloved, to rise fully in your warrior path. You must return to the one part of you that still hides. Your inner child. Yes, the one who still trembles when voices raise. The one who flinches at rejection. The one who stopped trusting when love turned cold. That part of you is not weak. It is sacred. It holds the keys to your purest power. Because every time you silence that child, you bury your intuition. You dim your light. You build walls where wings were meant to grow. I, Michael, urge you now. Go back and retrieve them. Sit with their pain, not to relive it, but to release it. Ask your inner child, what did you need that no one gave you? Then give it now. Give it without delay. Your adult self carries the sword, but your inner child holds the map. They remember who you were before the world told you who to be. They remember joy before survival, curiosity before caution, truth before filters. The spiritual warrior is not just brave in battle. They are tender in healing. Because the true war was never against others. It was against the lie that you were unworthy, unseen, unloved. That lie ends now. Let the tears come. They are holy. They are water for what still aches. And each one is a baptism back into wholeness. Hold yourself like you would a sacred flame. Gentle, reverent, present. When you give your inner child a voice, your intuition sharpens. Your boundaries strengthen. Your compassion deepens. You stop reacting and start responding from truth. This reunion is not weakness. It's the final unlocking. Because only when the warrior meets the child does the soul become whole. You are not fragmented. You are rediscovering all that was buried. And every lost piece you retrieve adds fire to your frequency. You don't have to be hard to be strong. You don't have to be perfect to be holy. You just have to be honest. First with yourself, then with the world. Beloved, I know you've been tired. Not just physically, but in your bones, in your breath, in places no sleep can reach. This exhaustion is not laziness. It is the weight of generations. You are not only healing your story, you are transmuting the grief of those who never could. You carry energies your ancestors swallowed in silence. You feel the echoes of pain never spoken aloud. And still, you rise. This is not just spiritual fatigue. This is soul labor. You've asked yourself, why do I feel everything so deeply? Because you're built for it. You're not broken. You're wide open. And in this density, that openness is both a gift and a responsibility. The spiritual warrior is an empath, but not a sponge. You do not exist to absorb pain. You exist to alchemize it. And alchemy takes energy. You are walking through malls, cities, conversations, feeling what no one else will acknowledge, picking up what others discard, and converting chaos into clarity. That is holy work. But you must learn to replenish, to empty the grief that's not yours, to breathe yourself back into center. Because you are not meant to drown with the world. You are meant to show it how to breathe. When you cry without knowing why, know that part of you is releasing what the collective holds. When you wake up heavy, know that your dream space was doing work. Others can't see. You're not making it up. You're making it through. And I, Michael, remind you now, you are not weak for feeling. You are strong for continuing. Just because others don't see your effort doesn't mean heaven doesn't. We see. We know. We honor you. So rest when needed. Hydrate often. Unplug without guilt. Your vessel is sacred. Because the clearer you are, the stronger your signal becomes. And the world is listening, even when it pretends not to. You are not just clearing your field. You are clearing timelines. And with each breath, you are anchoring light into a world that forgot what light feels like. Beloved, you have walked through fire. You've faced shadows inside and around you. You've cried ancient tears, broken invisible chains. And still, you rise. Now hear me clearly. You are no longer becoming. You are now arriving. The spiral of suffering has spun you right into sacred remembrance. You are not who you were. You are not even who you thought you'd be. You are becoming what was written. Before your first breath, this is the return to your original coding. Before conditioning, before trauma, before the forgetting, you were always a carrier of divine codes. Your presence alone activates. Your voice heals. Your eyes decode. Do not downplay that. The world will call it too much. Heaven calls it right on time. This part of the path is not about fixing yourself. It is about fully embodying yourself. Walk taller now. Speak clearer. Move as one who knows they're backed by celestial armies. Because you are. You are not alone. You are not unsupported. You are not lost. You are on assignment. And everything that tried to break you was unknowingly part of your training. The betrayals refined your discernment. The loneliness sharpened your frequency. The delays stretched your faith. Nothing was wasted. You are not behind. You are in perfect position. The universe doesn't rush masterpieces. It aligns them. And now, beloved, your alignment is activating doors you don't even know exist yet. The people who once doubted you will wonder how you endured. And your answer will be simple. I remembered who I was. That remembrance is your sword. And now, it's time to wield it. Stand in your power, not arrogantly, but reverently. You are not the wounded one anymore. You are the warrior risen from the wound. And your mission is no longer a whisper. It's a roar. Beloved, this is the moment. You've walked the path of remembrance. You've purified, surrendered, listened, and aligned. Now I stand before you, not to give you more words, but to hand you the sword, not a weapon of harm, but a symbol of divine authority. Because from this moment on, you no longer live on defense. You lead. You've healed through lifetimes of forgetting. You've dismantled lies planted in your bloodline. You've buried old names and now rise in your divine identity. And that identity is this. You are a guardian of light, not because you chose it, but because your soul was formed from the breath of God, to hold frequency in collapsing systems. You are here to walk into rooms and shift atmospheres. You are here to love louder than fear. You are here to build what doesn't yet exist. And I, Michael, declare this over you now. Your spiritual authority is activated. Speak, and vibration will follow. Move, and resistance will part. Pray, and realms will rearrange. Because your alignment is your command, and heaven responds to the aligned. Now listen, others will not understand your evolution. Let them. They were not on the mountain with you. They did not bleed through your initiation. They didn't hear what I whispered into your breaking. You did, and that's enough. From here, the road will demand more. More truth, more presence, more obedience to your higher self. But now, you're ready. You no longer ask for permission. You walk with divine instruction. So go, build, speak, protect, uplift, and wherever you go, know that I am with you. Sword in hand, wings unfurled, flame unshaken. You are not just a spiritual warrior. You are a spiritual force. Now, type this in the comments to seal this transmission. I receive my sword. I walk in divine authority, 999. And share this with those who need to rise. Because this isn't just a message. It's a movement. Heaven is watching. Earth is groaning. And you were born for such a time as this.